Hello nursery, it's Mrs Thorley and I'm going to read the story this week. Our story is called Mouse's Big Day and it's all about a little mouse who's going to be starting her first day in reception at her new school. In September, lots of you are going to be starting reception. Some of you will be at Whitehall and some of you will be going to your new school to start reception class. Let's find out how Mouse is feeling about starting school. She looks quite happy here, doesn't she? Hopefully she has a fantastic day, just like I know all of you are going to have when you start reception for the first time. She doesn't look too happy there, does she? Oh, here are the characters in our story. We've got Miss Hoot, that must be the teacher, Mole, Frog, Mouse, Owl and Rabbit. Hopefully Mouse makes some new friends or plays with some of the friends you already knew from before. I reckon that lots of you will make some new friends when you start reception. Oh, she looks happy again here. That's good. It was Mouse's first day at school. Even though she hadn't left home yet, she decided she didn't like it. Not one bit. Come along now, it's time to go, said Mummy. I don't want to, said Mouse grumpily. You'll like it when you get there, said Mummy. I don't want to, muttered Mouse. There'll be lots of other children to play with, said Mummy. I don't want to, said Mouse. Just think of all the fun things you'll do and the exciting things you'll learn, said Mummy. I don't want to, shouted Mouse. Oh, she's feeling very, very upset there. She's not looking forward to starting school at all. We know though, little mouse, that there's nothing to worry about. You're going to have the best day at school, just like all of you are going to have the best time in reception. Mouse walked as slowly as she could and it took them a long time to get to school. When they finally arrived, Miss Hoot the teacher was waiting. Hello Mouse, welcome to Twit-Troo School. Come in and hang up your coat, she said. Mouse pretended that she hadn't heard. Everyone else was already inside. Come and sit with us, Mouse, said Miss Hoot kindly. I don't want to, whispered Mouse from behind her coat. I think that Mouse is feeling a little bit nervous about starting school. That's understandable, that's okay to feel nervous. Miss Hoot stood in front of the class. Today I want you to go out and find something special, maybe something only you can find. Mouse didn't want to, but she was worried that she'd sound silly if she said it out loud again. As soon as we're outside, the other children ran around rummaging under rocks, looking under leaves, digging in the dirt and peering in the pond. Mouse felt too shy to join in, even though it did look fun. Owl found some feathers and imagined what kind of bird they'd come from. Rabbit found a little carrot. It had been a bigger one. It had been bigger once. Oh, I think something might have happened to that carrot. Frog found one of his brothers or sisters. He couldn't quite tell. Mole found gold and wondered who had buried it. And Mouse? Where was Mouse? She had disappeared. They couldn't see her anywhere. They all had a look for her. But Miss Hoot knew where she was. I think this is a little mouse tail sticking out here. She's hiding in a little hole. She had hidden in a little hole and had a little cry. I think Mouse is feeling a little bit sad today. Hopefully her friends and her teacher are going to cheer her up and remind her that there's just nothing to be worried about. Are you coming out now, asked Mole, taking hold of her paw. Don't want to, said Mouse in a very small voice, although she really did. So Miss Hoot and the children carried all the things they'd found, including Mouse, back to the classroom. Mouse quite enjoyed the ride. When they got back to school, they put everything on the table and had a good look at what they had discovered. Mouse loved the feathers. She found that Frog was ticklish. and she'd never tasted carrot before. She found that it was crunchy. Mouse thought the tadpole looked funny. She found that it had little legs, and she loved the gold. Mouse found that it really suited her. Mouse wished that she'd found something special to share with her new friends too. Look at how happy Mouse is feeling now. She's joining in with the activities. She's starting to play with some friends. And now she's not crying anymore. She's starting to feel much happier. It looks like she's having a fantastic day. Tidy up now, children. It's time to go home, said Miss Hoot. I don't want to, giggled Mouse. And I don't want to, laughed Mole. And we don't want to, joined in all the rest. It was then that Mouse realised that she'd found something after all. She found that she didn't like school. She loved it and she couldn't wait to find out what tomorrow would bring. Hopefully, that's what all of you are going to feel like on your first day in reception. Some of you might feel a little bit nervous. Some of you might feel really excited. But I know that all of you, no matter how you're feeling, are going to have the best day when you start reception. You're going to have so much fun. Just like Little Mouse. Thank you for listening to my story, Nursery.